So I'm travelling again, this time going from hopefully Calander to Aberfeldy, not following the Rob Roy way, which might be the obvious route, but going kind of more the Scottish National Trail set up by Cameron McNeish route, which I saw on telly this week. Now I've got the big rucksack. I've come up from Calander, 100 metres, and I'm exhausted. But hey ho, this is a training go. Should be about 45 miles. Over 3 days, that's the plan, might vary. And we're meant to get showers, so I'm going to see how my wet weather goes. Day 1 in more detail. We've already tackled the climb out of Calander, and I've printed a route description off Walk Highland's excellent website for all 3 days and brought the Land Ranger maps. These two were all I needed. I didn't look at a compass or a GPS. I saw no other walkers, and that website has already been updated to include any changes I noted. I swallowed and followed Cameron's walk. Glenartney the highlight today, but I found myself looking at Ben Vorlich and wondering why it wasn't on my agenda. And I was quite pleased with my wild camp next to the water of Ruckill, just shy of Comrie. I've had a couple of plantations up here, and they're just gearing up for stalking and shooting. We're just about to come into August, and the glorious 12th of August is not a glorious day if you're a grouse. I'm not sure when the stalking season starts, but I think that's fairly soon as well. There's not much else up here. It's interesting to see these new bridges have come in, and you wonder, is stalking really paying for that? So I've come over the path, just beginning the descent down into Glenartney and Comrie. You see windmills on the top over there. First ones I've really seen today. Oh, this looks a great area up here. I think Ben Vorlich would have been a better idea than this route, but it's fast because it's a decent track. Quite like that, but we haven't got up into the high hills, which I prefer. That's maybe just me not being demonstrative enough of the plan. Seen a red squirrel. It's quite exciting. It's all greys in Glasgow these days. Day 2 saw me lingering in Comrie, resupplied, using the facilities, and having a coffee and cake, despite earlier porridge. Yes, I know. An attractive wee place, and then in stills mode to the Deal's Cauldron on the River Lednach, an obvious highlight. Hordes of baggers were briefly joined on Ben Conzy, but my top was only 620 metres today at the Col into Glenalmond. A mythical path leads down to a mythical bridge, but the route description forewarned me, and then a good track along next to the river. Beautifully lonely here. Okay, a little bit behind track today, but I have come up Invergeldy. That's the glen there with the Geldy in. And this is the Col. And then over on this side, we're into Glen Almond. My guide to putting a tent site, you want the water pretty close so you can do your cooking. Water's your only vital ingredient that you haven't got, if you've got everything. And then where to put the tent, you want an area of ground protected from the wind, which is probably causing this not to be audible. And you want it, if the wind's strong, and you want it on a bit of grass as well cut as possible without any thistles. That's Dave's top tips on this occasion. That's what I've gone for, and we'll put the tent up. Day 3. A climb into Glen Lochan. Yes, another highlight. Before aspects open to Loch Fruki and Glen Quaich. Even cars are scarce here. Passing places allow them past my rucksack. Steeply up from the River Quaich, and keeping an eye open for the obvious landmark of the tiny Lochan for the off-road route to Burn and down to the Birks of Aberfeldy. This is one of the highlights of my walk. This area through the Lochans, the Glen Lochan, is just stunning. I think we're seeing glaciation, we're seeing a few little lochs, we're hearing a few sheep. There's not much up here, but it's lovely. This little hut, rather nice, is a lunch hut for the local shooters, and they've left it open so we can use it. I've had a wee look inside. It's got a fireplace, it's quite neat and tidy, a couple of chairs, benches rather than tables, nothing more than that. Rather nicely done up, I thought. I think we've got 7 kilometres down to Aberfeldy, maybe 8. I think I've got time to mosey. If I try and blast it, I'll be exhausted and I'll hate it. If I try and mosey and not press it, I think I'll still be okay. Yep, they're pretty good. Those are the Monash Falls, and we're at the Birks of Aberfeldy. So as you've seen, the Falls of Monas, not bad, particularly as you've just watched 3 days of pretty good weather. I imagine a different occasion could be an awful lot more water than that.